Welcome to the Shergroupie podcast, where we share ideas on how to help businesses grow and prosper in the online world. Join host, Chief Shergroupie, Claire Sandbrook, as she discusses her digital journey and how Shergroup is helping thousands to keep their business flowing and growing. Here on the Shergroupie podcast.
Hello guys, it's Claire here from the Shergroupies and Shergroup.com. How are you today? I hope wherever you are in the world, you're in a good place and you're coming to the end of 2024 a bit better than it started, and that the pandemic seems a long distant memory. I just wanted to jump on and do this podcast for the end of the year just to let you know that we are seeing some exciting things happening in Shergroup. And if you're not part of our community at the moment, we'd love you to join us. Visit Shergroup.com, see if our platform of solutions, any part of those solutions work for you. And if they do, then book a call with me and let's see how we can get together and, partner up or supply a service to you. Shergroup is on a journey which started in 1780, if you can believe that. And we have been sheriffs in London since that time, and we are still sheriffs in London. But as a sheriff, we have a number of disciplines really in our backpack of heritage, and we use that experience, that insight to really help us grow our next business stream. Security is a good example of that. Legal is a good example of that. Outsourcing is a great example of that. We've been outsourcing to India for 20 years, built our own corporation out there, and now the Philippines and also in the US. And people always say to me, well, how does Shergroup do these things? How have you managed to do it? Well, I suppose naked ambition is one of the ingredients. And also having a curious mind and really a mind that looks for efficiency and looks to get the job done and executed on. And I went to India in 2004 to have some software built, ended up building a team over there. My Chief Operations Officer, Sandeep Salusa, has been with me nearly 20 years, started as a debt collector on the floor and is now heading up operations across Shergroup worldwide. So, you pick things up as you move along on your journey, don't you? You pick up good people, you pick up systems, platforms, tech, and you weave it hopefully into a better and better story, a better journey for your customers. And that's what I was able to do. I just didn't stop at one thing. And people told me to, they wanted me to box me off in high court enforcement. But high court enforcement didn't really completely float my boat, if I'm honest. And when I had the chance to come to the States, I took it. And now my family are here and we spend a lot of our year in the States, but we also have the business in the UK. Pre-pandemic, this was shocking. Post-pandemic, we're able to work in different parts of the world. We were doing that anyway. We've been doing that for best part of 20 years. And we have high court enforcement experts in the UK, but we also have them in India. And now the Philippines, because our digital marketing team write and illustrate high court enforcement from that part of the world. So I'm tremendously proud of the fact that we've taken high court enforcement and given it a different spin. And we're able to do really good work in that space. And hence my interest and determination to use national TV and YouTube as a platform to share what we do as sheriffs, not because I want the bit. We don't get business coming off the YouTube channel really. what we get recognition, and we educate. And that was very important for me, because the arguments about enforcement are always loaded in favour of the debtor. And my agents, the agents that work in my name, the people that work in our offices, they're all good people. They're all sensible people, And I wanted to show that enforcement is a balanced, fair system of High Court enforcement. And the best way to do that is on national telly. And you can write about it, you can blog about it, you can put LinkedIn posts out about it, but actually seeing the agents on the street talking to the public about how they're going to enforce the judgment is compelling. People, it's a reality TV show. People enjoy seeing it. They enjoy seeing people get the comeuppance. And I'm not talking about grinding people that haven't got two halfpennies to rub together into the ground. That doesn't help anybody. I don't want to show that on TV. And we do see those cases. Of course we do. We see people in real poverty. But if they haven't got any money, then, to be honest, they're not going to be affected by High Court enforcement. What we see in High Court enforcement is really the won't pays and the won't goes, because we're going to cover evictions in our new TV series that's coming up. And people do like to see that the law actually works. They want to see that when somebody gets a judgment against them, somebody is going to enforce it and is going to have the systems to be able to enforce it. And I think that's important. I think it gives confidence in the law, confidence in the process. And I think it's a success story for government. Successive governments have seen High Court enforcement in action, and that's why they tolerate it. That's why they quietly support it, because they know it works. Only today, a county court referred a claimant to us in possession proceedings to say that they weren't able to enforce the possession order, but they would give it, the claimant should come to High Court enforcement agents to enforce, and that's what we're going to do, because they couldn't handle it. And people want to see that it can be handled. They want their property back. They want their money back. So TV is a great way of sharing what we do. And last series we have no favorites. It's whatever we're given to enforce. And last year we had some pretty routine jobs, and then we had one against the Duke at Blenheim Palace. It doesn't really give me any pleasure to show Blenheim Palace being in that pickle. It wasn't a huge amount of money, and it was probably just an oversight. But what it did show was that whether you're prince or pauper, you'll get the same treatment. And I actually think that's a good thing for the public to see. And certainly from the YouTube comments that were posted, we get a lot of comments about the show. Yeah, people did like to see that and were impressed that we could handle that. And the staff at Blenheim Palace were super, they're extremely respectful, as you would expect. And it was done in a very low-key way. But it did show that whatever your standing in the hierarchy, you wouldn't get any special treatment, which I guess is what people wanted to see. So we use TV, and then we use our experience of building and running a business to build new Shergroup services. And this year we've had a terrific year building Shergroup, pouring more effort into Shergroup Legal, and more effort into our digital marketing. We've now got shergroupdigital.com, and that is all about helping business owners get to grips with their digital profile, and giving them a real solution for that, so that they can have the opportunity to do more with their business in an online space, promote their business, get more business, have a credible website and joined up social media if they want to amplify their message. I'm all for that. I couldn't find that when I started to look at this 10 years ago, and I definitely want it for business owners. I think it's vital that you have an online presence. And our online presence now brings us many, many leads a week. We have a large community, and I'm continuing to build that community. And it is a community. It's not about selling. It's not as crass as that. I I'm all about helping, and being there to support business owners, because I'm a business owner. And I found it hard over the years to get the sort of support that I wanted. So if I couldn't find it, I built my own. And I've been very lucky to do that with the team that I have. Not everybody has that, wherewithal. They don't have the drive, or they don't have the money. And so they can't do that. But that's where Shergroup can help out. So if that sounds like something you're interested in talking about, you want to build your website up, you want to build your social media, so you've got a cohesive sort of customer journey in digital, then definitely speak to me and my team about Shergroup Digital and how we can help you, because it's our pleasure to do this. We've helped business owners over the years in, collect their cash in, but now we want to help them grow their community, and therefore the opportunity to do more business, sell more, but in a community type spirit. And I don't mean that in some kind of, what can I say, not getting to grips with sales. You have to have a sales team, which I have, but it's consultative. So it's all about supporting the community. And when they've got a problem, because they know us and we message them regularly, and maybe you're on our list, you'll certainly be hearing about it. You'll hear this podcast through our newsletter. Then, we're here for you. If you want to come off our list, that's fine. Nobody's going to be offended. But we have a huge list now. And I started harvesting that list about 15 years ago. If you find yourself in a position where you want to do something similar, then I encourage you to get your customers in Excel, download it from Xero or whatever other finance system you're using, and get your customers' names, first name, last name, phone number, email address. That's the start of your list. Know what you've sold them in the past is always helpful, and start to build and harvest your customer information in that way. And that's what I did. And it's pretty boring, but it can be done with, nowadays, it can be done with VAs offshore. We have teams of people that do that, and it can be done through a number of AI products now, which will data scrape information for you and help you build a list. So, I'm going back 15 years when these things weren't around, but I have enjoyed building a community where Shergroup is known for being community minded and supports business owners, supports landlords, supports litigants in person, supports local authorities, and is there for the people that want to use it when the time is right for them. And if it's not right for them, they won't use it. So we always have to have a continual pipeline of people coming in. But it's a gift to be able to build Shergroup Digital, and I'm very grateful to my fantastic team for really getting under the skin of this project and coming up with some, I was just looking at the content calendars they build days in advance for ourselves, for our clients, and they're just gorgeous graphics, content. So I hope wherever you are in business, that if you have a digital side, and if you don't have a digital side yet, maybe you ought to think about building that, because even if you're a great bricks and mortar business, people will look you up, and you need to have, I think, a digital backdrop. Or you can be like me and, follow Shergroup's example of not having any more bricks and mortar and just go completely remote and completely online, which is what I decided to do. And I haven't looked back. I really haven't. And nor have my people. And I'm very fortunate that I have teams of people in India, the Philippines, and the US, and the UK is the hub team. And we all work together as one big international team online. And myself and my Chief of Staff, June Marengi, my Chief Operations Officer, Sandeep Saluza, we've worked hard to create an online community of Team Shergroup, and it's worked for us. So, when people say, well, we want to get people back to the office, really? Do you? Well, I can tell you, your people won't really want to go. There's people have got used to working from home and having the flexibility. I think it's very hard to put the genie back in the bottle post-pandemic. But what you do with that is you build resilience into your process so that you can allow your people to work from home at least some of the time and give them the flexibility. Because for working parents, for people in remote areas who couldn't otherwise get a job, can't get to London, can't get to Birmingham, people in my team can't get to Delhi, they can't get to Mumbai, they don't want to, they don't need to, they can do their job from home, and you just create the infrastructure around it for a safe environment. So listen, this is just a kind of catch up at the end of 2024. We feel very fortunate to have our community. So if you're a member of our community, thank you so much. If you are a member of our community in the UK, we are doing our chocolate loyalty club because I love chocolate and I think it makes the world go round. I told you there's nothing very sophisticated. I mean, I'm pretty, feet on the ground. So are my team. So we offer chocolate loyalty bonuses. If you can't take a bonus because your corporate policies don't allow it, we donate that chocolate to charity, children's charity. The East Anglian Children's Hospice is the beneficiary of the chocolate that you can't have. So if that's stopping you, then let's donate some chocolate to charity. And we've had a good year, and 2025 is beckoning. We're looking to increase our community again. We're looking to do a large online digital event with all our connections around the world, which we feel very blessed to have. And we'd love to see you as part of our community. So I wish you and your colleagues and your families a great end to the year, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. I hope that you have a fantastic end to 2024 and that 2025 is even better. I look forward to talking to more of you. Please reach out to me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Insta. I'm available, and you can reach me through Shergroup.com. You can reach me through Shergroupdigital.com. I'd love to chat business. I mean, I'm here to support anyone that wants to talk to me. If I've got any experience that you can draw on, I'm happy to talk to you. So thanks very much, everyone. As I say, for those of you that celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. I hope you will have a fantastic end to the year with your families.
Thanks for listening to the Shergroupie podcast. To join our Shergroupie community, subscribe by going to our website at www.shergroup.com. Keep up with the latest Shergroup news across all our main channels, including YouTube, LinkedIn, and across all social media. Stay connected and begin building more business relationships.